we'll talk a bit about football as well. The Premier League restarting tomorrow is the festive period. A lot of games, thick and fast. We had the Carling Cup, yesterday and on Wednesday. United losing to Tottenham, Arsenal winning, Liverpool winning. I think now the semi-finals are Arsenal, Newcastle, and Tottenham, Liverpool. And yeah, the Premier League tomorrow. There's the big game is Villa versus Man City. First up, Man City in terrible form. देखना पड़ेगा how they react to these string of defeats, and let's see what Pep Guardiola has in store. Palace is also taking on Arsenal on Saturday, and then Sunday is the big game, Spurs versus Liverpool. There's also Chelsea Everton, which is Chelsea for me are in a title race, so that's a very important game. United are playing Bournemouth as well. Spurs versus Liverpool should be an interesting game. The way Liverpool Spurs defend, I think Liverpool will have plenty of goals over there, but Spurs also have a chance to attack too. So it's a full action-packed Premier League weekend, and यही देखना पड़ेगा कि like what the rotations are. I think this week everyone will play their strongest 11s because in the midweek there was rotations apart from Tottenham. But then next week on Boxing Day we'll see more rotations. I feel Faiz looking forward to this game week.
Yeah, I mean lots of good games to look forward to. Crystal Palace, Arsenal as well. I mean Selhurst Park, not a very easy place to go and take a victory. But with the SA news, maybe Arsenal will be a bit more confident, right? Let's say thoda injured ho gaya hai, he's not there and going to be playing against Arsenal. That's a big miss for them. But then you've got obviously Tottenham, Liverpool. Tottenham outsmarting us yesterday in terms of we had the worst goalkeeper maybe in comparison, but then you've got City Aston Villa. That's also a very good match. More like Ollie Watkins, Morgan Rogers here on that. Then you've got Haaland. And these guys, I know City don't look like the best, but I'm pretty sure Takhle ke haath pe kuch to honga, Pep Guardiola ke kuch to crazy kar raha honga unhe wahan pe. So it's a very good week leading into the Boxing Day. I mean, that's also going to be crazy. Next 3 weeks, we've got non-stop Premier League action. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah,
definitely.
football fans with us. First smoke both Manchester, but they still not win a trophy. Yeah, I mean, they're getting closer. They're in the semi-finals. Like the history suggests that they won't win a trophy. It's been a very topsy-turvy season for them as well. For Man United, I think I still enjoyed the performance a bit.
I won't say we got smoked, very honestly.
No, they in the first in the Premier League.
Premier League, yeah.
But I think yesterday I really enjoyed. Apart from the defensive errors, I enjoyed that they fought 3-0 down to make it 3-2, and then 4-2, 4-3. If they just goalkeeper was a bit more sensible, they could have got a result out of that game, or at least taken it to penalties. So I like the fight that they gave, and this manager is not giving up. But yeah, Manchester United, the position they're in right now, if we are questioning the likes of Team India, Team England in cricket, then United should be put in a big courtroom and questioned a lot, because this is absolutely unacceptable, the position they're in.
Yeah, I mean everybody is, right? Like at least for the fans' sake, they've been trying their best to sort of लिवरपूल का भी जब मैच हुआ लास्ट ईयर उन्होंने वेट कर दिए थे पूरा ग्राउंड को पोस्टपोन करना पड़ रहा था प्लेयर्स वेयर सेट कर दो देयर बीन क्वेश्चंस अराउंड मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड फॉर्म एवर सिंस फर्ग्यूसन लेफ्ट इट्स द मोस्ट टॉक्ड अबाउट क्लब इट्स द मोस्ट पॉपुलर वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट क्लब्स इन इंग्लैंड एट लीस्ट if not the world
and like in the last 10 years the most shit club
last
right now.
10 years is the most shit, but that's what it is. Manchester United, whenever you hear that name, obviously you also think about the glory stuff, but question तो होंगे भाई बिल्कुल. अब रैशफोर्ड का आपका क्या टेक है? Latest there's been a post from Ian Wright, former Arsenal legend, who comes on the overlap. He said मैं 28 में घुसा Arsenal पे, and Rashford is 27. I know a lot of people are talking shit about him, but a lot of people would also just want 1% of what his career is.
Yeah, but he still has a career in him, but not at this club, because they've given him a lot, right? Since
10 years, man. I think I would question Ian Wright the same thing. 10 years, that's it. That's enough to make sure. And 350k, 360k, what are you expecting from your striker?
Much more,
right?
Yeah, much more. From at least 25 goals a season, something like that.
Attitude बहुत खराब है यार आजकल. Like, do you think the attitude of this generation is worse, or like, is it that I'm just talking a bit like बहुत बुड्ढा हूँ मैं? But like, attitude matters a lot, man, for a footballer, I think. And 350k के बाद अगर आप थोड़ा बहुत you don't have your head down and listen, and if you're wrong, you're wrong. I mean, I remember अभी भी PSG का against उन्हें जो penalty मारा था, फिर एम्बापे के बारे में बोल रहे थे कि वो एम्बापे के level पे है उन्हें and stuff like that. So he's definitely not for me. I never talk about any player before they leave the club, but this guy is the first guy जो मेरे को औंटा दिया बोलता है हैदराबाद औंटा के चिड़ में ला दिया उन्हें.
Yeah, but he's also not as good as everyone made him to be, just because in Manchester में born and bred था. He was never at that level. Like ठीक है, he had moments, like that's fine. Even Bruno Fernandes has moments. That doesn't mean he's on the level of like Kevin De Bruyne and these guys, what they did for their
Yeah.
clubs. So, like everyone has their moments, but yeah, like he's definitely. I think they've given him more than enough time. They move him on, get another striker, and then see where it goes. And this January will be interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
because they
January
need
will be very interesting.
a lot of
Like,
clubs need players.
lot of club needs players. City need a DM, man. That's been a very big problem point for them.
Yeah.
Rodri का जो emptiness, जो void है, वो कोई fulfill नहीं कर रहा है. ऐसा अभी तक तो यही है. Does Pep go in with a different formation with the Arsenal that he has, that he tried to sort of, somehow managed to play? Now Kovacic is back. It's good to see Kovacic is back as well. I think he's a very important player for them. And yeah, going into Aston Villa away, it's not an easy game. Aston Villa at the same in the top 4 race as well.
Yeah, no, they're not, are they?
The top 5, no?
They got last few weeks they've been very terrible. I don't know if they're in the top 4 race. Maybe it's not that much points in it, but yeah, I think the Champions League they've done better over there. They're doing well. Premier League they've tapered off a bit. They haven't shown that level.
Sorry, top 8 में अभी तो 7th में.
Yeah, 7. Yeah, I don't know if they'll be in the top 4 race, but like you can't count them out. They do have good squad depth, and anyone playing against City right now will be licking the lips. Especially what happened with United. United themselves are in turbulent time. अगर उन लोग उस तरीके से जीते तो then Aston Villa will be definitely looking forward to playing Man City, and Man City coming to their to Villa Park over there. It'll be a festive atmosphere. It'll be packed, so I'm sure they'll be excited playing Man City. You don't really say that before, but it's a good test for Guardiola, man. I think he's achieved almost everything in football. Like as a manager, in terms of glory, he's won everything. So now I want to see him struggle like this and how he responds, because so many times we see, when he's struggling, he leaves the club. But this struggle, I've never seen him go through. So now let's see how he counters that.
And the struggle also with respect to one guy getting absent. That is the biggest thing. Like for me, you're the ultimate tactician. You're the ultimate tiki-taka philosophy. You're the ultimate guy who can fix any problem, supposedly. But इधर एक player जो आपके system का था, I'm pretty sure you have a lot more tactics in your account right now to sort of, work around this problem. Maybe DM नहीं होगा. Yes, it was heavily dependent now, but also the players that they have they're not very accustomed to his system as well. Savinho is new into the system. Doku also is.
So that is the problem, right? Like it's not just one DM. It's these players that they got all of a sudden. They let go all of a sudden. Like Alvarez, they let go.
Alvarez was a very big.
Yeah, KDB not being fully fit. Then
getting back Gundogan also, was that the right call, or could they have gone for another DM and not been?
Also, Foden's dropped completely. No one expected that either. He's like a solid player, and for him to drop like that was incredible. And people who were comparing him, like better than Saka, Palmer, now like you have to go back on your words for this season because they haven't done well. Archesman, can Arsenal still win the Premier League? Yes, they can.
They still can. They can. But I think somewhere down the line, they need to start finding goals from open play. That's something that I'm noticing with Arsenal. That again, they're heavily dependent on their corners right now. Gabriel and Saliba are the main FPL picks, apart from Saka. But then you've got the likes of Gabriel Jesus also, right? So he's not been doing much ever since he's back. Like he did score in the weekend EFL. He scored, I think, a couple of goals. Trossard is a good, off the bench kind of a player. But apart from Saka, no one's really giving you that vibe than Saliba and Gabriel. Rice has been very quiet this whole season. I think that's also somewhere that Arsenal are like not able to find the connectivity link because Rice was heavily involved last season around, but this season he's been quiet. So Arsenal from open play, merely I think again that too many passes in the box is one thing that I'm seeing. Odegaard coming back, yes, it's helping Saka to at least get goals. But apart from Saka, they also need to focus on the left hand side. Martinelli has been very poor. Mustafa can tell you better because he had him in FPL. And the striker, like they need a striker. They bought Meremino, but he's not been that great.
Yeah, they have to get a striker 100%. Someone who's clinical. And I don't understand लोग Raheem Sterling पे पैसे डाल देते, इधर डाल देते, उधर डाल देते. Just get a clinical striker. You're going for the league. Why are you paying money to these guys where you could just get an out and out striker? Because all the other puzzles, the pieces to the puzzle are set for them. They have very good midfield defense. You can say creativity, but Odegaard is there, man. I think he's a very good player. Maybe there's a bit more dependency on him, but still they just need a striker and they can compete even better. They can win it. Right now they're competing, but they look a bit far from it. West Ham का manager sack हो गया क्या?
नहीं.
Lopetegui अभी तक नहीं हुआ ना?
नहीं हुआ, उन्हें हो गया. Gary O'Neil हो गया, and you've got Victor Pereira, who's come in for the Wolverhampton के बहुत time हो गया. Wolves की team के लिए they've got a new manager. I think he's also managed in the Saudi League, Al Shabab, and also he'll manage Ittihad, I think, at one point.
Who?
Victor Pereira, I think. I'm not sure about Ittihad, but yeah, Al Shabab was the last club that he went to. And yeah, it's good. I mean, Wolves on paper the team is not bad. I don't think they would be where are they on the table right now? I think they're in the bottom half obviously, but I expected them probably with the loss of Pedro Neto, Ruben Neves. I mean, it's been impactful on them. But
They're 19th.
they're not a bad team if you look at on paper. Like they've got good Kunie, Mario Junior is a good mid as well. They've got decent players, but it's just I think the manager coming in. I feel they'll not get relegated. I still feel
They're 19th.
कहीं ना कहीं आते हैं. I mean, they're still like another half of the
They're
season.
3
they'll
points
come in.
behind Ipswich.
Yeah.
And who's also in the.
I think like if they go on a run of couple of good run, I think they can still come in through.
Even Southampton thought they're gone.
Southampton thought have been the worst team. I mean, they're playing Fulham over the weekend. If you are playing FPL as well, you can definitely check into Robinson. You can check into Emilio Smith. I think they're good assets as well. IOB का भी नाम काफी popular हो रहा FPL में.
There is also the Chelsea title run is on right now, man. They have issues with defense, but right now they're getting the points. They're banging in goals. That's the thing. जो Arsenal का issue है Chelsea का opposite है. It's like at the back they need some solidity. Maybe in the winter they get some like a good keeper, some good defenders, but there's banging in goals. Jackson is much better than he was last season. Palmer is crazy.
I think Nono Madueke as well as like kahin na kahin he is adding to that pace to the attack. But just I think for him the last is that finishing. He's very confused whether to pass the ball or finish it. More often than not he's getting it wrong right now. And
Casido has been amazing.
Casido has been
one of the best players.
Price का वो डर निकल गया उसका.
He's been outstanding. बहुत जबरदस्त. Enzo has been really good.
Enzo has,
All of them are clicking. Sancho's been outstanding, man. Whenever he gets a chance, he's killing it. They're all linking up well, and they have उनके पास squad depth ज़्यादा है. So like even if they have injuries, I think they have replacements for that. The problem is in the defense. They need to be a bit more. What do you say, neat and tidy in defense, and they will have to add some good personnel maybe in the winter, otherwise next summer. But they're in the title race, मेरे हिसाब से. Liverpool they're playing Tottenham. I think they have a very good chance to win this game, but if they do drop points again, then they'll be shaky because they've already dropped 2 games in a row. They've dropped points. They've rotated the squad. Midweek में तो साला उन लोग start नहीं करे. Jota, is coming back again. He is injury prone. Gravenberch has been outstanding. Defense, Van Dijk has probably been the best defender in the league last 3-4 years. He's been outstanding. The consistency shown.
I think if this period Liverpool come out without an injury, I think they'll manage to sustain that period. Like in the next January, February का sustain हो जाएगा. Injury हो गई because ये back to back आपके 3-4 हफ्ते game weeks रहते हैं आपके, and you've got to play multiple games, and then you've got the FA Cup as well. I think this is where Liverpool's medical team and everybody has to be on ready, right? Like if
even now when they have stronger teams, they have drop points, so they still have to be careful, and especially Tottenham away खेल रहे. I think it still should be in the bag for them, but still they should be a bit careful because you've already dropped.
I mean, Kulusevski looked fantastic last night, right? Like he was getting through everyone. I mean, again, yes, I'm not comparing a United to a Liverpool squad right now, but if even just his movement, his running, his dribbling was close control was very good to see Kulusevski. I think Kulusevski's only problem I find is like his shooting and near post, far post कब जाना थोड़ा वो एक उसको problem है. Apart from that, with the on the ball running is crazy. Madison looked good as well. He looked in good nick. Son as well. I mean, they managed to click well, but defensively, like we said before, they've been pathetic right now.
Spurs have same goal difference as Liverpool. Still, they are in 10th position. It's those like losses against the weaker teams, the small final margins, and then when they win big, like 4-0 Man City, 3-0 Manchester United. So that's why their goal difference is like that. But the problem is they've dropped too many points against the weaker teams.
And also now the injury to Vicario has made a big problem for them. Foster is going to play majority of the games. We saw it. Kal to he lost it completely, but they managed to salvage for him. Maybe that'll help him work on his game. But yeah, right now Vicario का भी खालीपना बहुत ज़्यादा महसूस होने वाला है उन लोगों को. And Spurs, Postecoglou has to find some way, man. बेचारा सुन हो गया था कल तो उन्हें 2 गोलों के बाद.
Yeah, it became very close, right?
Very
towards
close.
the end, and United should have won that game. Like they just made stupid mistakes again and again. But like, that's the problem with Tottenham. Like at the back, they're very shaky, and that's what I said. Van der Ven and Romero जब नहीं रहते, those other guys are not that level, man. They'll make mistakes, and then the keeper is also shaky. So like the problems at the back for them again. Going forward, I think Solanke has good link-up play. They have Son who can be clinical. Kulusevski can score goals. Madison can score goals as well. Goal scoring has not been much an issue at the back. When they don't have the top 2 defenders, they always struggle. It happened last season. It's happening this season as well. It'll be a struggle for them. But yeah, we can do predictions. First game, Aston Villa, Man City.
Aston Villa, Man City, I think City will come off with a win 2-1.
I'll go 2-1 Villa. Brentford, Nottingham.
Very good game defensively. Nottingham has been good, but Brentford at home was very good as well. Probably like a 2-1. Yeah, to Brentford.
I'll go 2-2. Ipswich, Newcastle.
Newcastle 3-0.
I'll go Ipswich 2-1. Newcastle's been shaky on the road.
Yeah,
At
but
home,
now
they've been,
recently they're attacking.
at home they've been really good.
Yeah.
They've been outstanding at home, but on the road, they don't give me confidence. West Ham, Brighton.
West Ham, Brighton. I mean, Brighton also, they have very good attacking threat, but defensively have been poor. West Ham, on the other hand, have been patchy. I mean, they have good play, but it's just the manager is not able to get around like a proper formation for them. I still say like West Ham at home, maybe a 1-1.
I'll go 2-0 Brighton. Palace, Arsenal.
Palace, Arsenal, yeah, I mean, against Everton, the way they parked the bus, I don't know. I think Crystal Palace will do that, but Crystal Palace have very good attacking threat as well. Ismail Sarr coming in form, Teta as well. Arsenal, yeah, right now, open play se mushkil hai.
This was the same game in the Carling Cup, no? Huh?
And EFL mein to they played, who did they play in the EFL?
You said Ismail Sarr, right? Mateta scored,
Ismail
right?
Sarr udhar tha. Idhar.
No, Mateta scored, right? The first goal against Arsenal.
Arsenal ka. In the EFL, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. EFL mein they played, I'm not sure.
Yeah, so it's the same fixture, right? Crystal Palace, Arsenal.
Acha. But yeah, I think Crystal Palace and Arsenal, I think at home, Crystal Palace, maybe 2-1, I feel Arteta is going to be scratching his head or face.
Yeah, it was Palace, Arsenal.
Palace, Arsenal, yeah.
Then, yeah, I'm going to go with the... it's going to be like 2-0 Arsenal. Everton, Chelsea.
Chelsea, Everton parked the bus. Sean Dyche, but they've got good attacking. Defensively, I mean, Pickford has a crazy game. Everton can do something, I'm guessing, which they did against Arsenal. But doing it on the double over a Chelsea team, I'll say Chelsea like probably 3-1 Chelsea.
3-1 Chelsea. Yeah, I'll go with... I'll probably go 4-2 Chelsea.
4-2 Chelsea.
Fulham, Southampton.
Fulham, I'm expecting Fulham not to concede against the Southampton. So clean sheet for Robinson owners. I guess 2-0 to the Fulham.
2-0 Fulham. And then we have Leicester, Wolves.
Leicester versus Wolves. Leicester a new manager, but Wolves having a new manager as well. Kunia ka ban abhi tak hua nahi. That gives them a little bit of hope. Leicester have been defensively very poor. Attacking wise, they just got like a few good assets, but at home against the Wolves squad who's struggling, maybe I'm saying Wolves will get the win out of this 2-1. Maybe Wolves. Though Foxes are good at home.
I'll go 2-2. United, Bournemouth.
United Bournemouth Semenyo इतना है यार वो यूनाइटेड के लिए अभी जिस तरीके से कल प्ले देखे मैं प्रॉब्लम है यूनाइटेड है आप एक दिन एक प्ले देखते दूसरे दिन एक एनर्जी देखते आपके पुट्टों में तो बहुत डिफिकल्ट टीम टू प्रेडिक्ट है बट आई स्टिल फील यूनाइटेड शुड कम ऑफ एट होम विद अ 3-1 win.
Oh my God! I have to congratulate GGTH. She's got a call from IIM Ahmedabad.
That's crazy, man! Congratulations!
Yeah, that's amazing.
Like, for what?
That's great stuff, man. And then we're talking about your team, Tottenham versus Liverpool.
Spurs Liverpool will be a close contest. Salah again rested hai. I'm still backing the Liverpool to win. 3-1 maybe Liverpool Spurs.
Yeah, I'll go probably 3-1 Liverpool as well. 3-1 Liverpool. They said दूर रहे हमारे कॉलेज से.
मैं वही वाला call for what? But yeah, I mean दूर रही है. अनंतु उन्नी कृष्णन भाई बोले hi मुस्तफा भाई.
Hello, how are you, sir, Mr. Anantu?
Where are you from? Who do you support? But yeah, I mean, it looks like an exciting week, right? Mustafa? I mean, the fixtures alone, they deem out to calling, shouting out a good. Have you done your FPL team?
It's not that exciting. I'm more excited for 26th. That's
yeah. I mean, that's when most of the game, all the sports are also active.
Yeah,
but I think
this is okay.
Good week.
It's all
to
right.
Watch football.
There's like Spurs Liverpool is the only game. Even that I don't see it that great of a game. It should be exciting. It should be fun. But that game, otherwise they're all crap games, man.
I mean, Aston Villa City also, if Aston Villa play well,
City is shit, man.
City is shit, but
I don't like watching them anymore.
Aston Villa also falling off the wagon, so it's good to see. In terms of the table, again, you've got
United Bournemouth again. That I look at that they should win, but
they're very difficult.
all overrated players we have. Man. That's not playing well. Everyone is overrated. But I still like this manager, so I'll enjoy it. I'll watch it, but I'm not that excited. I'm more excited for 26th. It should be an okay game week.
26th, I mean, it's again cricket also will be back, football will be back.
That's
so
why I'm
that's
excited.
I mean, yeah. So, but
This
at
is
least
like a
ये
very-
week अपने को खुल के जरा football देखने को.
I would rather there was no games and we go and just go to go chill somewhere because it's not that exciting. What is
I
exciting?
mean, football है तो बस है भाई at the end of the day and
International
break होगा तो फिर अपन बोलेंगे football.
Everton Chelsea, the Sean Dyche is going to park the bus. United, man, all overrated. Spurs, Liverpool, yeah, it's fine. City, Villa is fine. It's decent. It's all right.
Yeah.
26th, the best thing about it is that India is playing Australia. So
India is playing Australia. I mean, you'll have to wait for that. Also,
that's the best thing about
I think this week Saudi League also there's. I think that's also something that you can
There's
watch.
no week. There's no Christmas break. Yeah.
Now?
Yeah.
There's
नहीं last week से शुरू हो गया 2-3 हफ्ते का break है. Yeah. अभी
La Liga भी I think Girona is playing tomorrow.
It might be La Liga. Yeah. I don't.
La Liga is there. Yeah.
But there won't be any. It might be the last fixtures before the Girona and these guys are playing. That's also very boring. Girona, Real Valladolid. I don't know when is Real Madrid playing. Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. That is a good game. Now we're talking Real Madrid.
Sevilla Madrid's playing as well.
Yeah, Real Madrid, Sevilla, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. That's good.
Yeah.
Yes. My captain, I'll decide between Salah and Palmer. I have to decide.
Salah and Palmer.
Yeah. Or one of the two I'll pick.
Yeah, not sure. I think I'm going to take out Brennan Johnson even though I've not played him yet. Because he doesn't look like a starter right now, and yesterday also I would expect him to play, but he didn't. So maybe on the weekend they'll probably start him, but why is 70 minutes? I have Semenyo. I have to see what I can do. Maybe sell off someone. I have 2 transfers, so देखेंगे क्या करने का actually.
Yeah, I think if I'm looking at it, if you want different options, Isak could be an option. There is also
Gordon's also a good option if you want to have a midfielder to look at.
Yeah. Bruno, if you want differential because they're playing Bournemouth at home.
Or Ahmad. I mean, Ahmad, a lot of people might pick up, but Ahmad is good at price range.
The only reason I'm saying Bruno is because he has penalties, right? He'll get something. And he's on set pieces. He's a stat padder. Even if you lose, he'll get you some goal or something. He did that against Nottingham as well. So, he might not help you win the game, but he'll get you points, I think.
Ahmad fire है, just afraid उन्हें अभी hype के बाद down नहीं हो जाना. I mean, Ahmad का अच्छा क्या है उसकी जिस तरीके से उसको रखे. पहले उन्हें आया, फिर लोन पे अटलांटा, फिर 2 बार भेजे उसको एंड देन ही इज फाइटिंग फॉर हिज स्पॉट एंड आप क्लियरली देख सकते हैं वहाँ पे एटलीस्ट एक चाह है बढ़ने का, राइट? ये सीजन में कितने भी मैचेस खेला उन्हें कुछ तो भी उसका इम्पैक्ट रहा है. एंड ऑन द अदर हैंड अगर आप रैशफोर्ड जैसे प्लेयर को देखो, उन्हें ना ट्रैक बैक ना कुछ ना जज्बात कुछ भी फैक्टर.
That's what I'm worried about as well because every season we have some player that Bruno Fernandes, I was so excited when he was killing it. Then Rashford that season when he was doing this, he was killing it. Greenwood when he came, he was killing it.
But again, the question is the 10-year Rashford over Ahmad who's just a special. I mean, yes, there'll be better possession to.
No, that is not the point of his opinion. He's basically saying that right now he's high, but aage jaake the players that we've seen. They've all dropped, all of them. All of them have dropped. So, he shouldn't drop. That's what he's saying.
Hopefully, you want. I mean, what I see from him, the skill in dribbling, the way he's skimming players and stuff, it looks like he's a talent, which I've not seen.
Yeah, he looks very talented.
And see that, so you can never say completely. किसी भी player के बारे में आप नहीं बोल सकते कि उन्हें कितना
खास और Manchester United का player.
Exactly, Manchester United का player and footballer in general, उनकी कितनी life रहती है. अपन एक injury you can change anyone else.
Yeah.
Right? So,
right now he looks exciting.
अब Luke Shaw को देख लो यार, वो भाई इनके बाल को उन्हें तो पिछले ज़्यादा हॉस्पिटल में रहा उन्हें.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Man United in particular has had a lot of problems. Since they got their Arsenal physio or something, they've screwed up their injuries and everything. So I hope that he stays fit and continues to progress. Otherwise, right now he looks amazing, but it's just now.
At this moment, he is good, and hopefully he progresses through the season and stuff.
Yes.
So hopefully good spirits for Ahmad and. I mean, Mazraoui भी अच्छा है, but कल थोड़ा iffy था. Ugarte played very well last night as well. It was good to see him get a few good challenges. 6 to 7 I think उसके challenges successful थे. So it was good to see कि भाई 65 million का I'm not वो level पे अभी तक नहीं आया, but United के keepers भी थोड़े iffy रहे हैं, Onana and Bayindir, but I'll still give them time. Onana better with the ball in terms of on his feet, but थोड़ा positioning sense and थोड़ा ball इधर-उधर wavered हुआ तो थोड़ा हैबत ही दिख रहा है उन्हें.
Nottingham Forest number 4, man. That is
Yeah,
insane.
crazy.
What a
Nuno,
season.
bro,
We'll be
Nuno.
halfway,
Yeah.
almost halfway, but towards the end of the year. And I think they've been so impressive, man. Wood has been outstanding. Gibbs White, Morgan Gibbs, all these guys have been really, really good. They've been, for me, like the team to watch out for. I thought West Ham will have a good season. They've been absolute crap. Villa, they still did decent because they've had Champions League, so I expected them to drop. But the way, Forest and Bournemouth have played, for me, are very impressive. Bournemouth is zabardast khel rahe, and that's why this game won't be easy. They're 6th and United is 13th. Again, it won't be an easy game. They've also played such good football on Bournemouth this season. They've gone under the radar. Not many people have talked about them. They've been really, really good. Like Semenyo and these guys, they killed it. What was that game? It was against West Ham, Newcastle, no, Everton. Remember the one Calvert-Lewin scored a brace, and then these guys came last minute scored.
3-2.
That was
Even
crazy.
Nelson, I think first goal था.
Yeah, man. They've been outstanding like this season. They played and attractive football as well. And वो जो atmosphere है वहाँ पे तो outstanding. बहुत मजा
यहाँ
आता.
कर्कस की भी बारे में बहुत चर्चा हो रही है. लिवरपूल के साथ लिंक्स भी हैं उनके for the next transfer window, and they're an exciting team to watch. Bournemouth. Especially मैं समझा सोलांकी के जाने के बाद they might not be able to cope, but yeah, Evan Nelson को लिए and Semenyo and लेफ्ट हैंड पे भी उनका कौन खेलता है, मैं नाम भूल रहा हूँ बॉय का, बट या ट्रेवनियर है, बहुत अच्छे प्रॉस्पेक्ट्स हैं उनके पास भी बॉर्नमथ के पास, एंड दे डूइंग fairly a good job than expected right now.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Newcastle. They're having not the best season, but they're still ahead of United, the 12th.
Again, I mean, the defensive display last season से अब तक it's been very, very different. I mean, Trippier था last season का main.
They've been poor defensively.
Defensively तो बहुत shocking हो गए, right? So yeah, that's something that Newcastle. And again, goal scoring opportunities नए clinical रहे. Isak also a few weeks ago he had a clear cut chance जो उन्हें slow हुआ to.
Where is his partner in crime, man?
Callum Wilson. I mean, he's mostly injured as well, right? In the past couple of seasons, we've seen Callum Wilson been very injury prone.
He stepped up he used to step up and score when this guy wasn't playing.
Jacob Murphy बहुत जबरदस्त रहा उनके लिए 2 हफ्तों से. I think Jacob Murphy also, if you're looking at a differential for FPL, he's someone that you could slot in your team.
Palace also has been crap season, 15th, right? They're not.
Palace का तो.
Palace, Everton again. Sean Dyche. He'll find a way to stay up, but Everton, man, I remember them when they used to fight for top 4. The Tim Cahill days when David Moyes was the manager, and it's been a drop off for them. Yeah, they had Gareth Barry, a lot of solid players. It's been a drop off for them over the years, but Sean Dyche, the manager, you kind of expect one certain type of football. I'm okay with that, but I don't know how the fans take it, but I'm okay with that. You see West Ham, David Moyes wasn't pretty, but it was effective. We got them a trophy and everything, and now they've got a more attacking manager and they haven't done well. So sometimes for a lower, a mid-table team, sometimes it's good.
For Everton, again, I think they'll want something what their neighbors got in the Merseyside. I mean, Liverpool got a whole new, a manager plus the new ownership and FLG and everything, and Klopp aa gaya, and I think they need something like that to. I mean, though they didn't have the glory that Liverpool have, obviously Liverpool before have been a big club as well, but just for them to sustain this whole Merseyside kind of contest, they need some kind of money investment for their.
Who wouldn't want that? I mean, that's what Man City got. If anybody will want that. If they get it, it'll be crazy.
In that credit, you've got to give Aston Villa as well. I don't know if the ownership changed, but the manager that they got in, the players that they got in. I mean, they got Emi Martinez, Ollie Watkins. They've got Leon Bailey. All of these guys have been a part of the system for some time now. But Ezra Konsa, ये वो अच्छे player मिला के they've managed to come up till the Champions League. That's also something that you'd like to see, right? चलो नहीं मिली ownership, what's the best thing that you can do for the club in terms of job positions or how you get what man at which place?
Yeah, I really like the Brentford manager as well. Just तरीके से he's been with them since they got promoted. Yeah, he's been outstanding, man. And they've league goals this season and stuff, but they're still mid-table, 10, 11. I think
very good attitude, always smiling.
He's
crazy.
Been solid, man. उन्हें कितने साल हो गए होंगे? 3 साल तो हो गए ना? Yeah, he's been really, really good, man. I've really enjoyed the way, and I still remember the first game. It was against Arsenal, right, in the Premier League. Yes. It was at home. They won that game, and since then they haven't looked back. They've done well, and it's not easy staying up, man. Just ask the teams in previous years who came in and went out like that. I think Brentford. Their manager has been amazing. What's his name? Sorry, I forgot his name.
Thomas Frank.
Yeah, Thomas Frank. He's been outstanding, man. Ivan Toney, First of all, वो scandal में उन्हें नहीं खेला, उसके बाद उसको बेच दिया. Now Mbuma has stepped up. Wissa has been really good. Mbuma, I think a big club will probably go for him now. Like they will. Like
Mboma, yeah. I mean,
he's been.
वही है कि बीच में Mboma का patch लोग question कर रहे थे because he's playing too wide next
But
to the
even
line.
then, he was getting crazy chances.
उसके बाद जो उन्हें अब ये थोड़ा inverted हो गया उन्हें. He's been incredible and you got Damsgaard who in the midweeks जो जब ये लोग नहीं चल रहे थे, he's been a very assist friendly asset for Brentford and Kevin Shad as well. I mean, couple of goals for him as well. And then the defense as well. I mean, Flecken in goal, he's been very good this season as well. But then you've got उसका नाम क्या Pinnock जो मारता गोला on and off, so he's been good as well. तो या Brentford, I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like team अगर अब financially उतनी crazy नहीं है, but ऐसा एक manager मिल गया. Like Brighton and Graham Potter का जो relationship था. Remember they had Solly March, they had Mitoma, they had a few good players who were playing. उन्हें जो Dortmund को गया क्या है उसका नाम? Pascal Gross उन्हें भी था. So I mean that's something that management makes a very big impact. Even if you don't have ownership of that quality, if your management is good, your manager is good, player relationship with the man, it makes a very big impact.
Yeah. I just realized the Barca Atletico Madrid game is like top of the table clash. They're both like what tied on points.
Yeah.
I just see the table over here. It's 38. They're both tied on points, and Atletico Madrid has a game in hand. So if they win this, they'll be 3 points ahead. With a game in hand, they can go 6 points clear. Real Madrid also has a game in hand, and they're 37 points. So both Real Madrid and Atletico can go past Barcelona if the results go their way. I mean, Atletico just have to beat Barca and they'll go.
German League में भी I think Bayern and Leipzig का match है, top 4 की clash है उधर, and then later the day भी एक और अच्छा match है, मैं भूल जा रहा हूँ कौन है, Red Bull है या कौन की है, Leipzig के बाद एक और club है, Leverkusen का भी एक match है. So yeah, उधर भी अच्छा है.
Atletico, man, Griezmann, like what a player, man. Again, like what 7 goals this season.
Yeah, I know Barca, I don't think utilized him properly. खामोश था ज़्यादा
He's
Barca
been
में
amazing,
चर्चे नहीं करे, but yeah, Atletico के लिए he's been incredible. Even in the World Cup 22, he was good for France, right? He was one of the most talked about players.
Yeah. Who's the other guy? They had Sarai. He's also scored like 7 goals. He's been really, really good. I think Rodrigo de Paul. Rodrigo de Paul and Alvarez. Like man, imagine.
Even Conor McGallagher.
Gallagher is there. Alvarez, imagine he wins the league here, man. Like
everywhere he's gone.
That's a big slap to Pep. Like they've done really well. Atletico Madrid have been good, and again that manager, man, Simeone, outstanding.
उन्हें छोड़ देने वाला था Simeone.
Yeah, man, and I think he's been the most consistent manager since I've been in college. He's been there, man, and the team that he has, the people he has to compete against, bro. He won the league when Ronaldo and Messi were there. Yeah, that is insane. When Ronaldo and Messi was there, everyone talks up Mourinho, they talk about Pep, they talk about lot of managers, right? But this guy is, man, incredible. Yeah, he plays defense of the dark arts, not most attractive football, but what the hell, man? Like to win the league there and then now still compete and still be there. They've been unlucky 2 Champions League finals against Real Madrid. वो भी top team थी.
End moments.
वो भी end moments में एक बार penalties पे हार गए, एक बार extra time या जो भी है वहाँ पे हारे थे या final minutes में.
Header Ramos वही तो penalty वाला I think. Header Ramos and then penalties.
Yeah, there was like 2 they lost, right? So he's been, I think for me, he's one of my favorite managers of all time, Diego Simeone, because like to win a league. Ronaldo and Messi over there, it was almost impossible at that time. And who were the managers? Jose Mourinho, Pep Guardiola, and this guy won the league there. And then he's been consistent. He stayed. You talk about Pep Guardiola, he's moved around. Mourinho's moved around. This guy has stayed for a long, long time. Yes, like they've had poor seasons and everything. But again, look at since the start that I've seen them. All their big players, Fernando Torres, Aguero, this guy Diego Costa, these guys, man, they've gone to Premier League and they still managed to compete. It's crazy. Like they're a feeder club like Dortmund is and everything.
Felix भी वहीं से है.
Yeah, Felix. They've been outstanding. Like Carrasco has been with them for a long time. He's like a legend in that club. But
Oblak.
The Oblak as well. They've been outstanding. For me, nobody talks about him as much as they should. He's like one of the best managers.
The only thing is why he doesn't like come with I mean, the era that he won the La Liga and crazy tha, but it's just the Champions League and
even then he's competed with that team. Now if you see like the Champions League, who is he playing against? Real Madrid again, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Manchester United, Man City. he's faced all these big teams and he's competed really well. Like in those things, you have to look at. Sometimes I feel I could be wrong, but you have to look at the circumstances and the what you possess versus what the other people have. They don't have that backing of like a Real Madrid, a Barcelona, Manchester United, but and he's been there stable and he's kept competing.
Yeah, stable तो रखा है, that's why he's been surviving, right? Like वही है कि वो X factor player I think उसको कभी एक मिला, like yes Griezmann and all of that, but वो match winner just like Ronaldo है, एक Messi है, एक you know कैसा बोल सकते हैं अपने सिटी में अगर आप हालैंड या केडी पे ऐसा रखे, like वो combinations ऐसा killer combination
they can't afford it. That's the problem.
I mean,
Otherwise,
90 million खर्च के Alvarez को अब ये साल तो लिए, so I guess now it's getting better.
no, but still, like 90 in this market, like okay, fine, like but over the years, you think they've spent like Barcelona, Real Madrid.
They had very good homegrown players, like you mentioned, like Aguero and Felix and
yeah, so that's why you have to credit the manager, like the way he's handled it has been incredible. Like you know, ठीक है, doesn't
ज़माने में Forlan भी था.
Yeah,
तो आया था.
yeah, he's been they've had crazy.
Yeah, but I think in terms of competition and in terms of being able to sustain that competition, that's something that United should learn from as well. I think like irrespective, I think the players that we have and the players that if you give it to Atletico.
I'm just saying in general,
as
the job that he's done, he's done crazy. इस ज़माने में ठीक है, like you know, he'll spend here and there, but you know, just because I honestly think it's because the style of football they play, he doesn't get the. It's even more dirtier than Mourinho. Mourinho still there was some pretty football, you know, with Chelsea, with Real Madrid, but he plays like you know very defensive at times. He drains out teams, but very effective, especially in big games. You see the way like you know they put in the work, his players, and look how he sustained that. Like that style of play sustained it in the era where look even Mourinho struggling and all the defensive managers they struggle at attack, and he's.
I mean, you remember Suarez also went there and won it.
Suarez went there and won it. Well, recently, right?
Yes, 2017, I think.
It's crazy,
before
man.
Messi left.
Yeah, and if they win this season again, it'll be crazy, I think. And like still they're competing against decent Madrid, Barcelona teams. You know, you have Mbappe there, Vinny Jr., Lamine Yamal. It's not easy for him there either, but वो peak पे भी उन्हें compete अच्छा करता था. You were talking about the German league. I'll just see the fixtures over there. The German league. Oh, sorry, Bundesliga. The table. What is it? Bayern Munich at top, Leverkusen second, 4 points, and then they have Frankfurt, Leipzig. The matches is Bayern Munich, Leipzig, so first versus fourth. Then you have Frankfurt versus Mainz, or Hoffenheim versus Borussia Gladbach, and then Werder Bremen is playing Union Berlin. Werder Bremen had some good players, right? In the past, was it Werner from there? Who was from there? They had
Dzeko था शायद. नहीं, Dzeko तो Wolfsburg से आया है. Dzeko यहाँ से आया.
I don't know. Leverkusen is playing Friedberg. Leverkusen has a good chance, man. Like they're only 4 points ahead. Yeah, and Company doing a decent job, man. Number one. There's a lot of talk about Vincent Company. वहाँ से Burnley से सीधा Bayern.
Yeah, I mean, they must have seen something in him, like जिस तरीके से उन्हें या तो they needed someone who could shout in the dressing room, who could be an authoritative figure, probably, you know. I mean, they had Pep and they didn't win the Champions League. That's like something that you can question. But yeah, I mean, the Company doing a decent job. But again, in the Champions League, I'm not sure if they're doing the greatest right now. I don't know where they're ranked over there, but they did lose to Aston Villa as well.
Yeah, Bayern Munich have some quality players as well. Their main goal will be to try to win at least the German league, and Harry Kane deserves the trophy.
Yeah, man, Bichara, here he came.
He's the curse.
Yeah, imagine like every year they've been winning, and then you come into the team and आप ही हार गए. So yeah, he deserved one trophy before Tottenham.
Yeah, he does deserve. And so then I think after this, the Spanish league, German league, all these leagues go on a break. फिर आपके बाद but the Premier League will still go on, right? And then Premier League will probably go on a break after the 7th or 8th.
Yeah, 1 week break, 7th to the 15th, because then I think FA Cup है वो week में.
Yeah, FA Cup. So the Premier League will go on break, and then you see a lot of rotation happening this week from all the teams.
Yeah, I guess they have to keep people fresh and on their toes, right? So I guess it's going to be easier for Chelsea. They can play an entire different squad, and Cuckoo वाला squad खिला ले सकते जो आप you know Confederations Cup, sorry, जो भी European Confederations Cup जो भी है आपका third जो Champions League वाला format है, I think वो वालों को इधर खिला सकते हैं आप. So I think Chelsea have a very good size squad depth. And then maybe City will play like McCarthy and all of these guys who played like in the Community Shield or Potong ko khila sakta, but yeah, there'll probably be a lot of chop and change going around to keep people fresh and on their feet.
So the Italian league will break. They restart on the 28th, so it's not that much of a break for them. Normally, it's a bigger break. I think 1 week. These guys, Atalanta, top of the table, right? They're playing Empoli. Roma is playing Parma. Milan is playing Hellas Verona. I think Inter is done with their game. They won 6-0. No, no. They're playing Como. Sorry, Inter is playing Como. Yeah, Fabregas' team. And then is it?
Yeah.
No.
Como's B division, I think.
Como 1906. Yes, they're playing 24th.
Oh, yeah, division में आगे चल.
24th December. Como's Fabregas' team.
Yeah, they promoted. I think when Fabregas started, I think they were in the B division.
Yeah, Fiorentina's playing Udinese. I'll just look at the table over here, and Atalanta's top 37 points. Napoli 35. Inter Milan 34.
Yeah, Inter Milan
Fiorentina
smashed
31.
Lazio, right?
6-0.
Yeah.
Lazio are now 5th because of that. The goal difference has taken a banging. Napoli, man, McTominay.
Yeah.
And remember, there's no Osimhen this time, right?
Yeah.
Like, who did so well for them when they won? When did they win?
Last year.
Last to last.
Yeah.
Like McTominay is becoming the next big thing over there, and they have heritage in Napoli, man. Maradona used to play for them. Their fans are very loyal. I enjoy that. But Atalanta, Lookman, man, he's been crazy.
Yeah.
He's done very well. It's so good to see like the competition now. Like it's not just Juventus Inter.
They broke the record, right? Leverkusen का streak भी तोड़ने वाले Atlanta थे. Lookman जो 3-0 मारे यूरोपा फाइनल में. तो yeah, I mean Lookman तो crazy दिख रहा.
AC Milan में क्या problems हो रहे? The crowd is booing not the manager but the owners. There's a lot of issues going on over there. They're saying bring back our club, and they're 8th place right now. The performances on the field also not good. What is the issue?
Who's the manager? Still Gattuso?
I don't know. Let me check.
Forgot who the manager is.
But
Yeah, I mean,
what is the problem there with the ownership and the fans? And
yeah, I mean Milan again, like they've not been investing properly. Again, they're bringing old.
It might be Inzaghi, no?
Old.
Or he's Inter.
Is it Gattuso? I'm not sure who the manager is right now.
Foresca.
Yeah, Foresca. There's a guy from.
Inzaghi is.
Where's Foresca from? Man, I forgot. Anyway, again with Milan, if you look at the bylaws that they're doing in the last few years, I mean, it's not been the great. Ibrahimovic tha unke paas, for a deadwood kind of thing tha, and then now they still have a decent. Like you've got Rafael. क्या इसका नाम ना Portugal का
he might leave.
He might leave as well.
There is some big problem.
There's some big managerial problem and management and manager problem. I mean,
some ownership issues. I heard the fans and stuff are protesting against the owners every game. Whenever they come out, you see the big banners and stuff. फिर भी manager को उन लोग उतना नहीं बोल रहे, लेकिन
it's a United kind of a thing.
Juventus also 6th place, not in the position that we're used to from Juventus. They're also struggling.
I mean, Juventus have been poor ever since. Like even while Ronaldo wasn't, they didn't win per se. I think they won just one shield. But like apart from that, Juventus again, like Pogba खरीदे, Pogba नहीं चला. उनका team, कहीं ना कहीं they drop points at crucial stages. आप देखो, Juventus have a tendency to drop points. I mean, Yildiz is crazy for them. I'm pretty sure you saw him in the Champions League as well. The one they won against Man City. Yeah. I think Yildiz he's an incredible player. But yeah, Juventus again, they don't have that sustainable, and then they've got very poor injuries at times. जहाँ पे moments to जहाँ पे आपको thrive करना रहता है, वहाँ पे they usually drop points. McKenna, what's his name, the American guy, उन्हें है.
McKenna.
बेचारा पॉगबा को तो टर्मिनेट कर दिया. पॉगबा के भाई भी जेल चले गया, right? Like the whole thing, वो पूरा witchcraft क्या कि उन्हें बोल दिया था. But apparently they were hustling Pogba for money as well.
I'm just looking. I think Atlanta have a game in hand. Atlanta and Napoli have a game in hand over Inter. So if Inter win their game in hand, will be tied on points with Atlanta. So Inter is still there. They can still win this league. Again, they've been really, really good in the last few seasons. They've been good. Inter Milan have been thriving. I think they were unlucky also in that Champions League final against Man City. And it's good to see, man. Inter. I want Milan to do well as well, but these are the classic teams. Like in the 90s, they were like the strongest teams. You had like Ronaldo playing for them and all these big players playing in the Italian league. So it's good to see at least them coming back, and hopefully they can have a say in other.
Shrikant like 21st like. What's the thing? UKA or like
21st.
UKE. Uki. Hello sir, how are you?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean Milan. I know Milan ka way. I think it's just been in shambles. I mean Inter obviously has been done better than them over the years as well.
For Barcelona also, I think
या एकदम से डिप दिखाने हैं आपको, like Hansi Flick का golden period चल रहा था, they were on
yeah,
top, and एकदम से you see Barca sort of
yeah.
coming down in the
And yeah,
graph.
everyone's saying they're going to win the league, and now they're
And
just like they're struggling
now
right
they're
now.
in a couple of years, I think they start turning on Hansi Flick again.
Yeah, and
And there's a point where Dani Olmo might get 60 million नहीं बना पाए. Financially also they've been
that
having
is the
problems.
problem I was going to say. Financially, like, they're doing Christmas parties, they're buying all
Yeah,
these players and
बीच
stuff.
में तो
But
they were selling their grass as well, man.
yeah, now that is the problem. So if they don't win here or they don't at least do well this season, I think they're doing well right now. But I think they need to win the league. If they don't win the league, it's going to cause them a lot of problems
Yeah.
financially and stuff as well. They started off very well. What is it? Lamine Yamal got injured. Did he?
Lamine Yamal did.
Something happened in between, and then yeah, they've just been going down, man. Like they smashed Real Madrid, but
Pedri injured हो गया था बीच में, Gavi ना, but like I think they're back now. Everybody is.
yeah, like it's been questionable, especially the last game they lost 1-0. That was a very terrible performance from them. They need better from the likes of Barcelona, and like they also have financial issues and everything. So we don't know how much squad they can strengthen. Yes, they do have a good team, but still, like they have, of course, Barcelona. What's it, La Masia? They have the academy.
I mean, they have players non-stop, but again, La Masia के भी जो पुट्टेंगे, if they want contracts and
Yeah,
they're not able, they'll start looking
issues.
outside, right? Like, so that might ultimately be the end of Barcelona unless they get a Saudi investment, unless they get a Arab investment, maybe they'll probably help them a lot. But it doesn't look like they also want to sell the owners of Barcelona. I'm pretty sure they're also kind of stringent.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing really good football. It's not like they were just winning luckily. अच्छा football खेल रहे थे, but to sustain that is very important. I still feel, look, they're on top. Yes, they have a game in hand, like a game extra. Not a game in hand. They have a game extra over Atletico Madrid, which is dangerous. But at the same time, they can, if they win this match against Atletico, it'll boost them and keep them. As long as they can keep fighting until January, then let's see what happens in January, right? So they have to keep fighting to that point. So it's important for them as well to do well.
Yeah, bilkul. I think Barca, the way they started off, they just fallen off the wagon. Hopefully, Hansi Flick, with whatever firepower he has within his authority, maybe he can strike. And then again, like Pedri and all of these guys, they've got a good squad just in general. Like Lewandowski has also been very good this season, but it's just like they're leaking a few goals as well here and there.
The championship, Sheffield top 45 points. You have Leeds 42, Burnley 41, Sunderland 40.
Sunderland को देख के तो ज़माना हो गया भाई.
Yeah, Blackburn 37. Again, Blackburn, Burnley. These guys are all Lancashire clubs, right? Middlesbrough 34, Watford 34. So it's very close. Just between first and fifth, it's what, like 8 points. 8-point difference, so it's very, very close. And
yeah, exciting है ये championship.
Yeah,
I watched it a few years, like ये 2 साल तो देखा मैं. The one Leicester one and the one before that as well. I think अच्छा है, like competition अच्छा दिख के आता, aggressive intent रहता पूरों के लिए, and it's I got 40 games, right, a season. It's not like
yeah. I mean, I remember the Brentford one. When they won that time, it was Tony. He was playing there, and I'm like, man, watch out for this guy, watch out for this guy. But I didn't expect him to kill it in the Premier League too, at times. But for me, the best ever championship moment that I've ever seen has to be Troy Deeney, man. For what? Oh my God,
last
man!
minute, right?
It was incredible, and I was watching that game live. It was next level. But Watford are in 7th place right now. But yes, it looks like Sheffield, Leeds, Burnley right now competing. Sunderland, if you go and see the documentary, they've struggled so much since being relegated. They went to 2nd division, 3rd division. Second tak to gaya shayad.
Second tak, yeah.
They've struggled a lot. So let's see. So what is it? It's going to be first to qualify, and then you'll have a playoff, right? Between 3 to 6.
Yeah.
It's something like that. So if that playoff right now, it stands Burnley, Sunderland, Blackburn, Middlesbrough, and that should be exciting. That's what I like about the championship. You have playoff games, but it looks like right now these two teams are on top, but things can switch right now, and it's always good to see these leagues because these are the teams going to be promoted next season and they'll be playing the Premier League. So it should be a lot of fun. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. Thank you guys for joining. Tomorrow again, hopefully we'll come live chasing the target. जो भी cricket का news, India की practice है कल, so we'll discuss that. What happens over there? What are the combinations? We'll see what Australia are doing as well. What they're thinking. Today earlier we did the show about their squad and the players who have come into that squad as well. So make sure you watch that show, and then tomorrow join us again about the Indian practice, and then hopefully we'll do some football stuff as well over the weekend. Some big games. We can that Barca, Madrid, Real Madrid, the Barca, Atletico, Real Madrid, Sevilla games are also very big games. So we'll follow those as well and let you know how they went. Yeah, until tomorrow, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, and catch us tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.